digital ethno-narrative, we chose to interview Alex Vu. Alex is Vietnamese, but he was born in France, and his ancestors traditionally practiced the Hmong religion, while his immediate family celebrates European or Christian holidays. Alex comes from a large family, where he is the youngest of 4 children, 2 sisters and 1 brother. France is not religiously or ethnically diverse. 93% of the population consists of French people, 63% of people identify with the Christian religion, and 28% are unaffiliated with any religion. Main goals of the French government focus on lessening the economic inequality and achieving state-determined educational goals. The French government focuses a lot of time and money into education, with 21% of their national budget going towards education, which pays off with their country having a 99% literacy rate. The French president, who decided where the money for the budget is spent, is the head of state and is elected for 5 years. The Hmong culture is widespread throughout southern Asia, and after the Vietnam War, many Hmong refugees fled to France for safety. The Hmong culture is traditionally animist, which means that they believe that spirits inhabit natural objects. There are 4 different types of spirits: ancestral, house, nature, and evil. Another traditional religious aspect is shamanism, which is the meditation between the visual and spiritual realms. Education is focused on girls learning from mothers and boys learning from fathers. Boys are expected to further their education, and girls are expected to learn the domestic household duties. When a Hmong woman marries into a man's family, she can never return to her own clan, even if they divorce. When it comes to elders in old age, everyone is to work until they are physically unable, and then they are able to live in with their families. The families typically take care of parents and grandparents when they grow into old age.
Almost. Yeah. It's not like specifically towards my own culture. Like I would say, yeah, I value family. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I value family and friends, and being good, like trying to be a good person, I guess. Being French, because I was raised as French. I celebrated French holidays. It's my first language. I feel more a patriotism towards France itself. I mean, we did Christmas. Yeah, basically. One thing that was different is Thanksgiving, because clearly that isn't something we celebrated. I don't remember anything too drastically different. I mean, like New Year's, same thing. Yeah, it was all around the same time, like Christmas and then New Year's. And Easter, we celebrated Easter as well. Yeah, pretty much all the Christian holidays, if you want to say. I would say no, because holidays for us is more revolved around our family. So, I mean, I came here with my family. Like my mom's side was still in France, and then my dad's side was more here, so we just made that transition, and it wasn't anything too drastic.
Okay.
We still celebrated Christmas as any other family, I would say. Well, for the university itself, I wouldn't say I found a strong sense of belonging within like the Hmong culture or like the Hmong group, because I haven't really met any other Hmong people here. As for French culture, I guess it's more accepted because like you go through middle school and high school either learning Spanish or French, and I've had French professors here, so it's not like I feel like a sense of belonging to them. It's just that I feel their presence here. Yeah, I would say it's a big change. I describe moving here as more fast-paced. I mean, for the French culture, like, we embrace having more time to like spend with your families, like good example I use all the time is lunch hours. So like in France, it's very important for you to sit down and have a meal and talk to the people around you. So a lot of businesses in France from 12 to 1, it shuts down and everyone goes to the cafe and like is able to have a nice lunch and talk to the people around you and like create stronger connections. And then I found out that here everything's so fast paced, like you're not really you're saying hi, hello, you're making that small connection, but you're not taking that step to actually find out how they're doing. And like, or like in France, I would say people actually care a lot more about your well-being. Not within my family specifically. I notice that, or something that's important, or not important, but a staple in the Hmong culture is it's very patriarchal. So like the men would eat first, or there's a more higher social standard for the men than are to the women, which is also a drastic change coming here. As like first generation Hmong kids are growing, that norm is changing. We're becoming more like westernized, you could say. Like we're not abiding to those patriarchal standards. We're more understanding and more accepting of like men and women being equal. As for the eye contact thing, I don't think I've noticed that, but something important is like handshakes are very important when you're meeting. Like if I were to meet an uncle, or if I went to just my uncle's house, I'd have to shake everyone's hand that was there. This one's tough because at home we communicate in French, Hmong, and English. So like.
Does that ever get confusing?
No, I mean it's just like you speaking English, it just clicks for you.
Okay.
So like my mom would ask me a question in Hmong, I'd respond in French, she'd respond in English, then I'd respond in English, and then she'd come back with French, and
That's
we just
so cool.
alternate. But yeah, it's funny because like when friends come over and they're hearing all this, they're shocked by what's going on because we're speaking 3 languages, but to me it's just completely normal.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm the youngest of 5. The 3 oldest are my sisters, and then my brother, and then me. I would say my dad pushed me and my brother more to further our education because he's still part of the generation where it's very patriarchal. It's like men need to uphold their family name to support for their family and all that. So I feel like, or generally speaking, like for cousins and the first generation of college students that are coming in that are Hmong, I feel like the males are definitely pushed more by their families than the women are. Definitely. I mean, well, kind of relating back to the first question you asked, just prior to that one. As I was growing up, my grandma was really involved with the family, so I think that's also a normal thing in our culture where the grandma would always take care of her grandchildren because like the parents would be working or whatever. So the connection between our grandparents, I feel, is a lot stronger because basically they're our second mom, and they've provided for. I remember my grandma like providing for my older sisters, and then my brother, and then me. So I feel like she's put a lot of time in that, and I feel like that's that connection of like each generation helping each other like brings our family closer together, and we're more comfortable. Like we're just a closer family, I would say. Yeah, and it doesn't really happen like now. Like we're kind of changing the culture with like our generation, but back then the youngest male of each family would take in the parents when they weren't able to provide for themselves. So if it was me back then, I would have to take in my parents and take care of them.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So like usually families back then were pretty large because they're really agriculture, so they would like have a lot of children to like help around. And then the oldest male would kind of carry on the family name, and the youngest would in a way step back and make sure the parents, after they've done like raising all the children, like make sure they're still living comfortably. But for me now, I know like I won't have to do that. It was just a better educational opportunity for me and my brother. Yeah, a lot of my mom's families is still in France, and I have a sister who moved back there and she got married there, so she's living in France. Yeah, I have a bunch of my uncles just spread out through France, but the majority of my dad's side is here. They made the transition before we did, so the majority of his family's around Minnesota area ever since we were little. I mean, it was said from the beginning that I was going to college, my brother was going to college, so yeah, it was never an option for me not to go to college. It's not like I was forced to, but I knew I was gonna come, and
Right.
I was like my parents encouraged me to go. So I mean, if I took that option, again, like my dad wouldn't really agree with it. He would push me to, like, that's the whole reason why we made the transition to the US, is for a better educational opportunity. So I personally would never make that decision because like I see the sacrifices that my parents have made. So I feel like it's not my job necessarily, but like I know that I need to do this. Yeah, I would say so too. I mean, like relating this back to us, like we work right next to each
Yeah.
other. So yeah, I mean, I would say it's just like your parents encouraging you to go get a job. That's what my parents did as well. I was raised kind of, they gave me the freedom to choose what I want to follow,
Yeah.
because they realized that since I'm moving here, like they have to adapt to the culture as well. I have been influenced because my grandma, I would say overall our family practices shamanism,
Okay.
but that's more of my grandma's generation and a little bit my parents, but they didn't press that upon me. They let me make my own decisions. That's why we celebrate like Western holidays like Easter and Christmas and all that. Yeah, I guess the closest thing we have to cross, or like your understanding of what a cross would be in our household, is between each entryway of each door we put, my grandma comes in and blesses the house. She like burns essence, and like this happens like if someone was to get married, we'd like bless the house, or if someone was deeply sick, she'd come in and bless the house. So like in front of each doorway we have like a piece of paper that's like white, yellow, and orange, that is a sign for like good luck and good health and well-being.
Oh.
Yeah, so like as you walk under the door, you're blessed with like good health and
Oh.
well-being.
That's really cool.
I would say like the religion my parents and my grandma practice has helped me, or like shaped me into the person I am today, but I don't follow it to the dot as they do. Like today I would describe myself as an atheist, so I don't really follow anything, you know. Well, like I said, they had a lot of kids back then, but there's like a significance to the first born son that, like you said, carries on the family name. But again, it's changing now. You know, like it doesn't really matter now. Like like we embrace whatever, like girl,
Okay.
boy. Yes, it does, cause like I was saying, the moms would always like be preparing the food for meals, and the daughters would always be there and like watching and picking up small things, and like learning from the mother through just watching. And like back then, like the father figure would be out in the field, like working on like tending the crops, and the sons were pushed to go there as well. Well, I think they've given me the freedom to make my own decisions and choose what I want to believe. Like they've influenced me by like presenting the culture and presenting the religion from like both Hmong and French, but they gave me the option to follow what I want to follow.